When the whole market was on a downtrend, Proton or XPR was defying gravity and growing further every single day. But is that going to repeat again, and are we going to see new all-time highs? This is what we'll find out today, so stay till the end to know. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is King, your host, and today's video is for pure educational purposes. Now, if it's your first time in the channel and you happen to like my content, then please consider subscribing and smashing the like button. Also share the video if you think it's worth sharing. Now, if you have a request for any coin or project that you want me to analyze, leave it in the comments below and I'll make sure to look at each and every one of them. Just be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram because that's where I usually post my analysis. Now let's go and look at the chart. Now XPR made an initial attempt at the beginning of this year to form its initial uptrend. But this attempt has completely failed because the price did not just pull back, but it went down all the way to its previous low levels. So unlike most of other cryptos, we can't consider the start of uptrend over here at the beginning of 2021. Now luckily the price has formed a double bottom pattern, which is usually a reversal pattern. So it retested this support level twice, and now we can consider that the beginning of the uptrend has started right at this point in July of this year. And it has achieved the basic requirement for an uptrend confirmation, because the price, when it first attempted to go up, it has formed a high, then it came down all the way to form a low. Now luckily the price has broken the previous high, so it formed a new higher high, and that's what we can consider a basic price reversal confirmation, which is forming series of higher highs and higher lows. So we had the initial run, then we came down to form a low, then we formed a higher high. So at this point, if we go down somewhere here and form a higher low, then we'll continue our uptrend and form a new higher high, and so on. And because the uptrend has just started here only, all we can say right now at this point is that we have one piece of a three-wave structure that's complete, because we had our initial impulse here and then we started correcting. So in order to form a three-wave structure, which is a very basic structure, we'll need to complete this correction and go to break the previous high, so at least we can have a basic three-wave structure. Now, as for this correction that we're going through right now, we are facing one of two scenarios over here. The first scenario suggests that after the initial impulse was complete, this was all the correction that we were going to get, which means this was the pullback, and now we should be in our uptrend. Now, in order to confirm this scenario, the price has to come all the way to the top and break the previous high that we have formed here. So only if the price keeps climbing from this point and breaks this level, so only if we break this one, that's the time where we can say that this was all the correction that we had, which we can't really consider a correction, it's just a normal pullback, and the uptrend is resumed from this point. Now the second scenario suggests that we might be in a more complicated correction, where we'll get a three waves correction, which means that this could be the initial impulse of the correction, this could be the second one, and we might see the price pulling down towards a new low before seeing it continue up further. And then the bigger structure is going to look like this: 1, 2, and 3. Now if this scenario happens, we will likely see the price pulls down towards the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level before seeing any further uptrend from this point onwards. But we can also see it happening in a different form, where we see the price continue its move up in a corrective way, then pulls down here and then continues up. So the overall correction is going to be some kind of contracting flat that has three waves in it before continuing up further. In both of those scenarios, crossing the previous high is going to be the only confirmation that you should look for in order to be 100% sure that we are in a new uptrend. We will need to see the price crossing above this level here in order for us to confirm a new uptrend. And as soon as that happens, I expect to see the price soaring way above this point here, because we don't really have any historical resistance to hold the price back from going up further. Now, the most likely target that we should expect as soon as the price breaks the previous all-time high is going to be the 3.618 Fibonacci extension level. So if that happens, we should see the price going to somewhere around the 20 cents area. If this scenario happens right now from this point where we stand at the moment, which means the first scenario that suggests that this was all the correction that we had and we should be continuing up, so that's going to be about 600% growth from the 3 cent area where we stand right now. But if the second scenario, which suggests that we should have a complicated correction here and the price pulls down towards the 618 before it continues up, this means we could see from this point where the price retraces, we could see about 1000% or 10 times growth in price, because this area is around the 2 cent. So it's very important to keep watching the price and see which one of these scenarios is going to happen. As for the first scenario, as I said earlier, it will only be confirmed if we break the previous all-time high here at this point. So if we continue and break this point, that's the only time where we can confirm the first scenario. However, for the second scenario, the price has to go down and break the previous low in order to confirm that we are going towards the 618, then continuing up further. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below and tell me what do you think Proton is going to do next. Also, if you have a request for any coin or project that you want me to analyze, put it in the comments, and make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because that's usually where I post my analysis. This was it for today, and until next video, stay safe and see you later.